what happened was, it's regarding conveyancing. Last November, we had to complete the purchase of a new house in a rush as the builders gave us a deadline. The final invoice was not available from the solicitors on the day of a simultaneous exchange and completion. So we had to estimate the amount they required, and in fact we overestimated by about £1,000.
Sorry, the invoice for the solicitors' fees or the invoice for the builders?
No, it was the price. We paid over the money for the house to the solicitors so they could get the house for us, and we overestimated by about £1,000, and they assured us that any of the money would be refunded afterwards. Anyway, 5 months on now, 25 attempts to get the money back by way of phone calls and emails, and every time they keep making excuses that the accounts department are still processing it. On top of that, when the final bill did arrive, they'd increased their fees by £450 from the original quotation. And now the latest thing this week that's happened, the latest excuse is saying that they made a mess up of the stamp duty paid to the revenue, and they want us to sign a letter they can send to the revenue agreeing that the revenue can send back the overpayment to the solicitors to the client's account. And then after this, they said
Trevor, you need to get to the point.
Our money.
Trevor, you need to get to the point.
They may return our money.
They may return your money, or will return your money.
They may.
My God, these guys sound dodgy. First of all, do you know how much you've overpaid stamp duty by?
No. I was thinking of wondering whether to phone the revenue, and see if I can find out.
I realise the answer is probably no, Trevor, but do you have an accountant?
No.
Okay, because that would be the ideal person to speak to the revenue on your behalf. Right, so here's what you do. I'm going to come back to the stamp issue in a moment because that's a separate issue. In terms of them owing you £1,000, I would do two things simultaneously. Number one is report them to the Solicitors Regulation Authority. They should not be holding on to your money. A couple of weeks, maybe. You can have administrative
5 months it's been going on for a while.
5 months is ridiculous. Report them tomorrow, not tomorrow, it's a Sunday. Report them on Tuesday to the Solicitors Regulation Authority. Go onto the website for the SRA and just click the links for reporting a firm of solicitors. At the same time, just issue a claim in the small claims court. Don't even bother writing to them and saying, I'm going to sue you if you don't pay. You've asked them for 5 months and 20 times, you said. Issue a claim in the small claims court. It'll cost you about £50 to bring a claim, but that gets added to the amount you're claiming. And claim that £1,000 back in the small claim. But in terms of the mistake on the stamp duty, you can also sue them for negligence, because I'm assuming they've been negligent if they made a mistake. You can also sue them for negligence at the same time. It's unfortunate you don't know what the correct amount of stamp is. Can you work it out just by going to a website, looking what the correct stamp you should pay is?
I know what we should have paid, but I don't know what they did pay.
Oh, did you not get a completion statement?
Yeah, we got a completion.
Doesn't that say?
Completion statement.
Doesn't that say how much stamp?
I know what we should have. I know what it's on there, but they said they paid more than they should have done.
Oh, but come on, you can do the maths, surely, Trevor. If you know how much money you gave the solicitors and you know how much should have been paid, you know how much you should get back. That's just simple maths, isn't it?
Yes.
So do the maths. How much have they overpaid by?
No, well, with regards to the stamp duty, the amount, the money that we should have paid, I know, but they're saying to me they paid more than that amount, but they won't tell me how much more they paid.
It doesn't matter, does it? If you know that I'm making up numbers here. If you know the cost of the house was £90,000, making up numbers, and you know the stamp duty was £5,000, and you know that legal fees were £3,000, and you'd paid them £100,000, you know you should get £2,000 back. Doesn't matter whether they overpaid stamp. You know you should get £2,000 back based on what it should have cost and what you paid.
Right. What about the fact that they've increased their charges by £450 from the original quotation?
Well, tell them to get stuffed. Was it an actual quote or was it an estimate?
I don't know, really.
Big difference. Have you got the paperwork?
Well, not in front of me.
No, but have you got it somewhere?
Yeah.
Have a look. If it's a quote, that's a fixed amount. If it's an estimate, well, the clue's kind of in the name. It's an estimate, and if they end up doing unexpected work, they are entitled to charge a reasonable amount more, Trevor.